The Sports Talk Recruiting Report is sponsored by Seawell's Catering.
All right, once again, thanks to Eric Bakich for being with us tonight on Sports Talk. Looking forward to being up there. Of course, no game on Friday that we'll be talking about, but we'll have plenty of preview. Then we'll be there over the weekend. This thing carries over to Monday, or if somebody gets it done, first 2 days, but we'll be up there to cover it. You can catch our coverage on our website, sportstalksc.com, and on X at sportstalksc. All right,
Take your earplugs, Phil, for Club DKS.
Yeah, you got something to say about the music they were playing, big boy?
Yeah, they need to back off on the music just a touch. I know Coach was talking about the fans being involved, and they were. The crowd certainly responded to his request, but the overabundance of loud techno music is somewhat unnecessary. So I like it. It's Club DKS now.
I think you are an old fuddy-duddy.
Okay. I'll reserve judgment until you come back from up there over the weekend.
Oh, I've been there for regionals and supers and all that kind of stuff. So, but we'll see.
I don't remember it being to that degree before, because most regionals are supposed to be treated as neutral site.
Well, yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, but they can play like neutral music. They just can't play Tiger Rag every time something, or you can't come on the PA and go, all right, Tigers, let's go get one, or whatever. You can't do that kind of stuff. Everything has to be watered down from that standpoint. So, fuddy-duddy. Old fuddy-duddy. That's what you are. Oh, when did you become an old fuddy-duddy? When you lived in Clinton? That would be.
It may have.
That would seem like
once I crossed 50, and I had my own yard to mow, and stay off my lawn, turn down the music. I've got a headache.
Old fuddy-duddy. All right, time for the recruiting report brought to you tonight by our friends at Seawell's. What you got?
Fried pork chops, meatloaf, and barbecue chicken.
That's all you got. It's all you need.
Meatloaf.
That's right. Yeah, meatloaf is good.
And that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
What about Thursday?
Thursday, southern fried chicken, grilled hamburger, steak and onions, and carved turkey with cornbread dressing.
Friday, we got little, not roast beef Friday, but a form of roast beef.
Yeah, beef tips and mushroom gravy.
It can still be considered a roast beef Friday if you got beef tips.
Yeah, and then there's fried flounder and chicken parmesan. They're mixing it up this week.
That's really good, yeah. Well, they want to keep you off balance a little bit. They want to give you, well-balanced meals as well, healthy. You'll eat healthy at Seawell's, take my word for it. 11 to 2 for the daily luncheon buffet. It's only $14.50. You got something that needs the very best in the catering business. The experts at Seawell's will handle that for you. You give them a call at 803-771-7385. You can go online and see their menu at SeawellsCateringSC.com. So in recruiting, we caught up with a player who visited Clemson over the weekend, offensive tackle Mario Nash, 6'5", 285. If he goes to Clemson and he becomes a big-time player, Chris, and he's pancaking everybody, you know what you call him? Mario Monster Nash. You got the Monster Nash.
I like it.
And you play that song, The Monster Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm good. He is from DeKalb, Mississippi. And, of course, he already has a connection with Matt Luke, Clemson OL coach, who's from Mississippi. So they connected there. He came in for his official, said he liked everything, liked the campus, big campus, small town, easy access like that, and likes the plan they have for him. Playing offensive tackle, strictly offensive tackle. They like his athleticism. He can get out in space. He can block. He can get to the next level with the counter, the outside zone. I love talking football terminology. And so the Tigers are very much in the picture with him. He is going to continue with the visits. Oh, by the way, one thing that really stood out to him, he said, was the Paul journey at Clemson. That is the off-the-field educational aspect of Clemson football where they teach you how to do things beyond blocking and tackling and how to have a great life once you leave Clemson. So he was impressed by that. He will take an official to Ole Miss this weekend, then come trips to LSU and Mississippi State, and he's going to take an official to Florida State. He'll do that during the season. Blackville Hilda High School, home of the Hawks. What a great program that is. One of the smallest programs in the state, but they got one of the fastest risers and one of the fastest players in the state. Athlete Jaquel Holman, 6'2", 200. He won the state track championships last month, 100 meters, 200 meters, and the 400-meter relay. So he went to USC camp last Friday, and they've been recruiting him, but they wanted to see him run. And he blitzed a 4.49 40 and a 4.28 shuttle. That's all Shane Beamer and Torian Gray needed to see.
I would think so.
They offered him, and he was very excited. He calls it his dream school, and it's big to get recruited by one of the big programs in the state. He said it's a big deal to him. He's very thankful to get the offer. He said he was confident going in, felt like he was going to get it. He didn't need to do anything extra that he doesn't really excel at, just be himself, and that's what he tried to do. So he's very pleased with that, very happy with the offer. He is, and now the thing about him, he could be an excellent running back or he could be a linebacker. Got to figure out what his body's going to do. Is he going to continue to grow to be 230 or is he going to be around 215? He rushed for 1,600 yards and 26 touchdowns last season. He averaged over 10 yards per carry. On defense, he had 76 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 interception. Now, he was at Clemson today for their camp, and haven't heard of anything out of that yet, but he was there. He is returning to South Carolina this coming Saturday with his parents so they can talk with the coaches. He's got an official to Liberty June 14th. He plans to take one to Pitt this month as well. He expects to take one to USC also at some point. Back in just a moment. Josh Harris coming up in just a moment. Had a couple of more recruiting notes I wanted to spit out there before we got away with it. Rock Hill wide receiver Malik Clark today named the top 5 of USC, North Carolina, NC State, Florida State, and Auburn, official to USC this past weekend. USC target defensive end Isaiah Gibson of Warner Robins, Georgia, has added an official to Tennessee on June 14th, bumping one he had planned with Florida. According to On3, he still plans to visit Florida at some point. He was at Georgia last weekend and scheduled for USC this weekend, followed by Auburn, then Tennessee, then Ohio State, and then Oklahoma. USC target safety Lagonza Hayward of Lyons, Georgia, said his commitment announcement for August the 7th, coming off an official of Georgia. He considers USC as one of his top 4 right now. Clemson target offensive tackle Josh Petty of Roswell, Georgia, named the top 5 of Stanford, Georgia Tech, Ohio State, Tennessee, and Florida State. Clemson offered 2026 wide receiver Burrows of Jacksonville and 2026 defensive tackle Jordan Carter of Douglasville, Georgia. And that's it. Want to get those in before we wrapped it up? Now we've wrapped it up.